EU has urged legislators and policymakers to abandon gendered language, including no man's land. You can't say that. You see, I suppose I just speak as a man, and when James T. Kirk says, and to go where no man has gone before, I see that as meaning mankind.
Yeah.
I don't see that as men only and not women and whatever. So am I wrong with that, Nichi?
Well, the feminist argument is there are so many examples of the word man being used first that we end up with this kind of thought that men are dominant. And, you know, feminists think that anyway about all aspects of life. And I have some sympathy with that. I am a feminist and I do kind of get on board with that. But the one thing I will say is this won't work because actually every time you try to legislate for language, everybody goes, no, I'm protesting. I'm not going to be forced to say that. And we've got loads of examples of that in history. I mean, in the 18th century Britain, Jonathan Swift, very famous writer, he tried to do the same and sort of like iron out problems in the English language. He called them inkhorn terms, these like words that he tried to use. He was in favour of kind of cleaning it up because it was, you know, a mongrel language. But he completely failed. He's like a writer that we remember for his works, but not for his protesting about language. You know, the French themselves, they have the Académie Française, don't they, where they try and preserve the French that they want us to use, not things like le chewing gum or whatever that people use. Yeah, all that.
Walkman, I remember at school.
So,
you know what
you can try, but you won't succeed, is what I'm saying.
What's hilarious about this is that, you know, at least the Mediterranean European languages all have masculine and feminine words.
That's true.
So what are you saying? You're going to completely uproot their entire language and start again?
True.
But that's interesting in and of itself, because the words that are feminine or masculine also, again, colour people's views on what maybe a masculine profession is or a masculine object versus a feminine one.
So what you're saying is it's even worse in France if you are a feminist.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay. We're lucky that we don't have, gendered nouns.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, I mean, no man's land is an interesting phrase. They would replace that with unclaimed territory, which is very sterile, isn't it?
Very sterile.
I don't see the problem in preserving historical terms.
Well, you can't say Joe Public. That should become average citizen. I mean,
they've got to get a bit more creative,
isn't it? It's just like HR's taken over. It's like an HR workplace taken over the country.
If you're going to come up with an alternative, make it creative, make it interesting, so people want to say it, not this horrible, bland language.
There's another one of those, like master of ceremonies has become host. I mean, how boring is that?
It's very boring.
I don't mind being called a master as a woman. I don't mind. You know.
We encourage it, in fact.
Absolutely.
Yes, but and also, you know, as a man, I wouldn't object to you being called a master.
How would you feel about being mistress of ceremonies, though, Eamon?
No, I think that's too. No.
There we go.
No, you got me there.